Imagine this. One day, millions of cars on US roads suddenly stop working. Traffic grinds to a halt. Emergency responders are stuck. The power grid flickers as electric vehicles mysteriously surge their charging loads all at once. And then, reports start coming in. These weren't glitches. They were attacks. This isn't science fiction. This is a hypothetical scenario, one where tensions between China and the US boil over into open conflict. And in this world, having millions of Chinese-made cars on American roads might not just be an economic decision, it could be a national security risk. Let's dive into the second-order effects of a world where China-made cars become an Achilles heel in a modern war. First up, cybersecurity. Modern cars aren't just machines. They're rolling computers with GPS, internet connectivity, and over-the-air software updates. If these vehicles contained hidden backdoors, a foreign adversary could trigger a mass shutdown at the worst possible moment, paralyzing infrastructure, blocking roads, and trapping military and emergency vehicles in a digital traffic jam. A scenario like this could create chaos on a scale we've never seen before. Think of it like a nationwide cyber attack, except instead of hacking banks or power grids, it's hacking the vehicles you rely on every day. Even if these cars don't get remotely disabled, there's another problem. What happens when you can't fix them? If war or tensions lead to an embargo, suddenly critical replacement parts, batteries, sensors, microchips, stop coming in. That means millions of cars could break down over time, creating a silent but devastating crisis in transportation. But let's go deeper. What if these cars weren't just vulnerable to attack, but were actively spying on their owners? Many modern vehicles already track your location, driving habits, and even record audio and video inside the car. If an adversary had access to this data, it could be used to track high-profile individuals, military movements, or even create detailed maps of critical infrastructure, all without firing a single shot. Imagine a world where a foreign entity could identify when key government officials travel, where supply shipments are headed, or where high-ranking military personnel spend their off hours. These seemingly harmless insights could be a goldmine for intelligence gathering, allowing for predictive analysis of troop movements, supply chain vulnerabilities, and even security gaps at critical locations. And then there's the power grid. Many of these new Chinese-made vehicles are electric, meaning they're directly connected to the energy infrastructure. If they were programmed to suddenly draw massive amounts of electricity at once, say during a cyber war scenario, it could overload the grid, causing blackouts right before a major attack. The consequences? Catastrophic and completely unexpected, until it's too late. Now let's talk about a truly terrifying possibility: weaponized autonomy. The US is moving toward a future where self-driving cars are the norm, but what happens when those self-driving cars are controlled by an adversary? If millions of vehicles suddenly turn into coordinated threats, they could be used to block military convoys, crash into critical infrastructure, or even target high-value individuals. Imagine emergency routes jammed by cars that refuse to move, or automated delivery trucks packed with explosives, rerouted by an external force. These are the kinds of nightmare scenarios military strategists are just beginning to consider. So what happens next? Well, the moment these vulnerabilities become public, mass panic could set in. People might abandon or even destroy their own vehicles. Congress could rush to ban Chinese-made cars, leading to a massive economic fallout. The entire auto industry, already dependent on foreign parts, could face an existential crisis. A once booming market could collapse overnight, and with it, millions of jobs and billions in trade. So are Chinese-made cars a ticking time bomb, or just another piece of a globalized economy? Right now, it's all speculation. But in a world where technology is a battlefield, it's worth asking the question, are we driving into a trap? What do you think? Is this just paranoia or a legitimate security risk? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into the unseen threats of the modern world.